They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my taxes. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Just is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Pendo killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You are Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know that's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
All right, this is Rooted Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rooted Speech, man.
One West Betty,
Let's
one
stay.
West
I'm
popping
ready
through my
down right
blood,
quick,
don't
though.
forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. These fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not in China. My conglomerate wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring commas. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. That I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now One West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no, we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designers charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain of $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shooting like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. Homie, I've been One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West when I start. One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West.
Questions. I believe we have another representative for the religion here, and we're going to try to see if he can maybe shed some light on the questions that we have from the people to this organization. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I mean to interrupt you, man. If you don't mind, you got a second time. To see if I can possibly burden you with a couple questions that you may have to get some enlightenment on what it is that you're teaching.
Yeah, they don't allow us to be filmed on camera.
Okay, well, no sweat. If you don't mind, I'll just be filming myself. I don't have to film you, but I do just want to ask you a couple questions if you don't mind, because it'll be a remiss or injustice if I had this, you understand, this idea of your organization, but yet I never came to you personally to ask you questions.
Yes, we got to go.
And I just wanted to ask them about the child. I wanted to ask them. Just keep the camera on me. But I wanted to ask y'all about the child rapists and the accusations that's been accused of the Jehovah's Witness, man. And these brothers, these are brothers. These are black people, man. We just asking a question. We just asking a question, man. I just wanted to know about the accusations. I just wanted to know about this child molestation accusation. Okay, I understand. But I understand, but you got pamphlets, so what's the information there?
Right now, I'm feeling threatened.
I understand, but can I get the information?
Thank you, bro.
What's the information on the Jehovah's Witness?
Thank you.
Why are you out here if you don't want to answer no question? What's the point of it?
I feel threatened.
What's the point of it, man?
So
let me tell you something, man. The Christian church turns black men into effeminate bastards, man. The Christian church turns black men into effeminate bastards, into homosexuals, man. This is what the Christian church does. We came out here to ask these brothers a question. Not to threaten nobody, not to cause harm to nobody. As a matter of fact, if you go up the street right now, we are feeding blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Matter of fact, we're feeding everybody in Charlotte, North Carolina. You understand? But yet, this brother right here is saying that he feels threatened because black men came out here to ask him questions about the accusations, man. And let me tell you something. These brothers are going to have to leave, man. These brothers is going to have to move. They're going to have to leave. Shalom, Lord Christ, like my head coach. Can y'all hear me?
Cut, I hear you.
Most High Christ, South Carolina, can you hear me? Because your screen look a little blurry. I don't know if it's just me, Cap, or if their screen look a little blurred to you.
You said my screen?
Down at the bottom, South Carolina.
Okay, yeah, Con, it is a little bit.
All right, South Carolina, I don't know if y'all can hear me. The screen look a little blurry. We waiting on one more brother, but we're gonna go ahead and start, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get it, man. Again, the water for everybody tuning in. This is I think this is the brother here. Well, nah. Hold on 1 second. Kaz, you got like 2 screens. Hold on. Let me see if this is what he's trying to do. Kaz, can you hear me? I can't hear nothing if you're saying anything. All right, no sweat. I don't know. He probably having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna go ahead and clap it up, man. Again, we're gonna clap it up for the Chainbreakers podcast, the 77th show, man. You understand? Hosted by the Israelite School of UPK, and more directly, Captain of 10,000 Yagarwap, Officer 1,000 Kawal, and Officer 1,000 Thabawan, and of course myself, yours truly, Officer 1,000 Yaramak, otherwise known as the Javelin, man. If you don't know about it, get to know about it, man. Get to the Javelin Wear website. Get your Javelin gear up, man, and get ready for the Atlanta Cookout, man. The Atlanta Cookout is going down, Cap. It's going down. We going to the A. I've never been really to Atlanta like that. I think I had like a basketball tournament in one of them cities around there when I was a younger kid. And I know when I had went, it was all of that C7-8Y mess going on, even back then. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a Tawab experience.
It's nice. It's definitely nice down there, man. I wish I can't get there this year though. I can't make it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it down there.
Good night, yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
Well, nonetheless, I'm gonna make sure to pour up a shot in your honor and your name while I'm down. As soon as I touch the city. But so brothers, make sure y'all ready for the Atlanta Cookout. Is going down from July 4th through the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. This upcoming weekend that's coming up after this one. We're gonna rock and roll with General Hyman's class camp. If I'm not mistaken, we get the Blaze on Atlanta with camp with the Akim, of course, the Cookout, and then all the other events. They got a whole list of events, man. Go check it out on Facebook if you haven't already. Today we got a special show. Also, Officer Thabawan, he's not gonna be able to make it. He's up in New York, being a New Yorker. He pretty much said "F us, Cap." Pretty much. That's pretty much back in his home.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Thabawan for pretty much saying "F the Chainbreakers podcast" for today. But there's no sweat. We gonna rock it out, man. Officer Kawal, he may join us here lately or not. But no sweat. Today, man, we got a good show. A lot of y'all been hitting on these topics that we've been talking about. I guess a lot of the viewers, y'all like the drama. You understand? And I think what the Chainbreakers podcast itself does so well is that we're able to take, I guess, those like these worldly conversations, these worldly issues as it pertains to men and women and the drama in the Black household, what's going on in the celebrity world, and we're able to hone in on the actual problems and begin to give a little bit of solution while carrying a comedic flow with it as well. So that's what we're gonna continue to do, man. Of course, we get the wisdom from Captain Yagarwap. He here to drop the hammer for anybody to get too out of line. You got me, of course, man. I'm gonna be me. But today, we also got a couple other additions to the show, man. We got some guest superstars on the show today. I'm gonna bring the first guest out of South Carolina. You understand? Kaz Amar, man. Kaz, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, sir. You can hear me?
Most High in Christ, man. So we got a Kaz Amar out of South Carolina joining us, and then also out of East Carolina, a newly raised officer of 50. Congratulations. But we're gonna bring to the stage Officer Hawan, man. Officer Hawan out of Eastern Carolina. He's officially been anointed and now is in the ranks of the Israelite School of UPK, man. So I can't wait to hear some of y'all perspectives on the stories. Before we begin, though, Cap,
Is there anything you wanted to bring out? Anything you wanted to say?
Hey, I don't know if you have this. You might have the story. You have the story about the Oklahoma superintendent.
Was it posted in the chat?
No. He was I don't believe so. I mean, I ain't even seen it. But the Oklahoma superintendent, he had just made an order that all schools are going to have a Bible in it, and have to be taught out of the Bible. The kids got to be taught out of the Bible by the teacher. So this, that's it. That's it. Mm-hmm. So this is going to really like open up things, right? It's definitely going to open up things. You know what I'm saying? And devils like him don't even know why he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But really, the Most High is moving to wake his people up. Because once you started trying to study the Bible, come on, it's going to be kids, especially kids in that UPK, down here, going to be challenging the teacher. Going to go and challenge the teacher and what do you mean? Was Christ is black? Let's go on. We definitely going to train them to go ahead and challenge them. So this is going to be opening up. It's going to bust Oklahoma wide open, because it's like now that they're going to make it mandatory that the Bible be in every classroom and be taught to the kids. Hey, we're going to really see what the Bible is really about.
I'll read a little bit of it if you want. We can go to it first.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a story from the Washington Post titled, "Oklahoma Schools Are Required to Teach the Bible," State Superintendent says. Right? It was not immediately clear how the Bible would be taught or what instructional standards around it would require. So this is a story that came out on June 27th of this year, 2024. I'll just read a little bit. Let's get the gist of it. Oklahoma State Superintendent on Thursday mandated that all public schools teach the Bible in a move that he said was meant to impart historical understanding. But that critics say blurs the constitutional boundary between church and state. And this is a topic that I'm literally just studying in college right now. So this is interesting, right? The Bible is a necessary historical document to teach our kids about the history of this country. That's heavy. To have a complete understanding of Western civilization, to have an understanding of the basis of our legal system, and we're talking about the Bible, one of the most foundational documents used for the Constitution and the birth of our country, Superintendent Ryan Waters said while announcing the policy. Right? It was not immediately clear how the Bible would be taught or what instructional standards around it would require. A memo to Oklahoma school districts from Walters' office said schools are required to incorporate the Bible, which includes the 10 Commandments, into curriculum for 5th through 12th grades effective immediately. I'll read this last paragraph and get into it. The move comes a week after Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry signed a law directing all public schools in the state to display the 10 Commandments, religious and ethical directives handed down to the prophet Moses in the Bible. Opponents have sued to stop the statute's implementation. Like Walters, proponents of the Louisiana effort said having the 10 Commandments in the classrooms is necessary in teaching history.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you see where the way they're going to try to do it. They're going to just try to bring it like the Christian churches bringing the Bible. They're going to try to teach about the 10 Commandments and everything, but they don't know we got kids in the UPK down here, so we're going to coach them and train them to question, challenge the teacher, challenge the teacher on the color of Christ. Challenge the teacher of the color of the Israelites. Challenge the teacher on who Christ came for and died for.
Right.
Yeah, so this is where you just start a storm. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know what they're doing. Like I said, the Most High going to be working that out. They don't even know what they're doing, why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Them devils trying to come up and put the Bible in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, Khan, that's you're absolutely correct. Like I know they start going around to the brothers and sisters, daughters and sisters and sons into this school. They gonna have one on their hands, but I think too. Also, it just goes to show that the work that Commander General Yohana has America on its heels.
Yeah,
like the truth that is being pushed on these streets and on these airways by the Israelite School of UPK, it's making America have to run back on their own laws, right? Meaning that there was a time you're not supposed to do this, right? You're not supposed to force religion on students in the classroom. But now they're starting to see, how we have brothers who are 15 years old who are becoming officers in the Israelite School of UPK. We got brothers like Malakov's son, who's an officer. Brothers like Captain Yatazak's son, just graduated high school. You understand, is in the school. So it seems as if like they're having to go ahead and pull the plug. Like they're gonna have to start indoctrinating our children even earlier with the Christian nonsense because the Israelite School of UPK is getting to them. Right?
That's it.
Akaz, you have something you want to say on it?
Yeah, real quick. I mean, I think this is like a trick. To be honest, it's like these schools at one point didn't these schools want to take the Bible out of the schools?
Come.
So it's like now, it's like you said, like you're going over. I think it's definitely because of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? How we're doing our job. You know what I'm saying? How hard we're pushing this truth. These schools know something. They're not stupid. They see what's going on out here. So I think that's the reason why they're really trying to conflict and battle against what we're doing. That's about it.
Hawan, you have something you want to touch on?
I would just say, just like here.
Yeah, come on, Precept Master, come on.
I said, just like Khan said, it's like, at one point, they actually tried to take the Bible out. That was actually in Texas. They tried to take the Bible out of the school system. Now it's like you're putting it back in, and now you teach how people lives. You're going to try to go 10 commandments, and that's about it. But, the ISUPK been bringing it out since 1969, the truth of the Bible, man.
Yeah. Damn right. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think this is something that we need to watch out for, man, because this is gonna cause problems.
Oh yeah,
especially when you get into those different religions and those different ideologies and beliefs. It's gonna cause a lot of debates. It's gonna cause a lot of disruptions in class. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out. Because what interpretation are they gonna be teaching? It's a lot.
Hey, so it's a lot get Mark, but hey, the biggest thing is going to be the color, color, because down in Oklahoma, blacks and Hispanics we so joined to the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be somebody to disrupt, everything. To say, hey, wait a minute, what does the Bible say about the color of Christ? While we seeing these pictures of white Jesus everywhere. What is the real color of Christ? We're gonna go into it like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing that I'm teaching my grandkids to do. Challenge, make a storm out of it. Yeah, go ahead. I yield with that, brother.
This is a heavy story. Go ahead. Somebody about to say something? Somebody about to say something? Or la? This is a heavy story, man, and we're gonna keep close attention to this to see how this story starts to unfold, man. But without further ado, we definitely got some heavy topics we're gonna go into. Again, shout out Dabu Wan. Bear with me. I wish he was here. He definitely helps me a lot as far as navigating this stuff. I'm a little bit slower than him. So he's from New York, so I'm having to do and his job at the same time. So bear with me. But the first story that we have, right, is I believe we're gonna go into. Let's see here. The North Carolina beat. Bear with me 1 second. Let me pull this up. I know all of you have probably heard about this, especially if you watched the class last night. You've heard about the children who was adopted by those by that white couple who had them pretty much raised to be enslaved. Right? Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah,
I got it right here. Right. Should be pulling up. All right, this is it right here. Can y'all see it?
Okay.
All right, so now this is a story that we're reading from the North Carolina Beat, a news, not a news channel, but it's just a web page that pretty much brings us hot topics that's following North Carolina and surrounding areas, right? But now this happened in West Virginia. It says a West Virginia couple arrested for allegedly forcing their 5 adopted Black children to work as slaves on their farmland, right? And this, I guess, this right here is the house or the shack that they had built and that the children was being held in. I'll read the article. A couple from West Virginia, Donald Ray Lance and Jenny K. Whitefeather, have been arrested and accused of human trafficking their 5 adopted Black children. These children, aged 6 to 16, were allegedly forced to work as slaves on the couple's farmland due to their race. The kids were found living in appalling conditions, with some locked in a dirty shed and others in a loft without basic necessities. The indictment claims that the children were treated as slaves and were not allowed to enter the main house. Donald and Janae, like described as wealthy, have pleaded not guilty to charges including human trafficking, forced labor involving minors, and child neglect, according to WCHS-TV. The investigation was initiated after a concerned neighbor reported the children's well-being. When the authorities arrived, they discovered a 14-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl locked in a shed on the couple's property. The shed had no basic amenities like lights, running water, or even mattresses, with only an RV porta potty for use. The teens revealed to the police that they were forced to sleep on the hard concrete floor and had not eaten for 12 hours. The 14-year-old boy had sores on his bare feet, and both teens were dressed in filthy clothes, emitting a strong body odor. Additionally, a 9-year-old girl was found inside the residence, while an 11-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl were later brought to the property by the couple. Kanawha County Circuit Judge Mary Claire Ackers expressed shock at the severity of the charges, labeling them as some of the most appalling she had ever encountered. The accusations included human trafficking and racial discrimination, with the children allegedly being exploited as modern-day slaves. Judge Ackers raised the couple's bond from $200,000 to $500,000 each, emphasizing the grave nature of the human trafficking and child neglect allegations. She deemed the initial bond insufficient, given the potential risk of physical harm or even death. This case is set for trial on September 9th.
Man.
Now, this is in 2021 now. Now, Cap, you've been in the truth, I imagine, over 10 years at this point, right? In your 10 years, if not more, how many times have you heard or gotten backlash when you said that Black people are slaves in America? When you said that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of? When you said that our children were in danger? Like, how many times have you gotten backlash from, I'm sure, your own people, from other Black people, when you said those things? And to hear a story like this come out, what does that do for you? You know, being in the truth, what does that mean to you, for you?
Man, it's terrible. It's terrible, you know. But you know, it's so many things we don't understand. Waking up waking up our people. There's so many times, people, like you said, people want to come against us. Our own people mainly come against us and tell us, oh, man, y'all not right. Y'all wrong for speaking like that and saying the white man's a devil and stuff like this and that. So they always come against us and everything. But seeing that the evil that they've been doing to us, and a lot of things are going to come out. So much more is going to come out of what they've been doing and what they're doing to us. You know, so we're going to meet them. I always bring this out in my when I'm teaching the law class. We are going to need the Most High to deliver us. We are going to need it so bad, you know, for Yahushua Christ to come and deliver us. So much evil is going to be done to us. And like we just reading this, you said this was 2021?
No, so like I said, this is 2024. This is
okay. But I'm just saying, but yeah, you know, but so much stuff, man, is happening to us. Now, we all on Facebook, we've been posting like pictures of brothers and sisters being missing and stuff like that. So much evil is being done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to turn to the Most High. There's no way we're going to keep on going like this. Because you get stories like this. I mean, 2024, stories like this, you know, man. And black people got the nerve to come against us. Mm-hmm. Say we evil. We evil. We need to go get a job. We need to get off the corner like that, speaking against the oppressor like that.
Right.
But you got here 2024, you got black kids being held like that. I mean, come on. That's crazy. That's right. Man, that is crazy. But like I said, the Lord is going to force us to make sure that, hey, nobody's not going to have no excuse for not being on the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, it's clear to us that what we've been doing, going to church and everything is not working. Going to church and whatever, trying to get a politician, you know, to fight for us, it's not working. You know, we got to serve the Most High. And then right here, this is a perfect example. I mean, what's going to stop this? What's to tell us that all the kids we've been seeing missing, they not somewhere being held like this?
Right.
You know, man, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. I yield, brother, man.
Khan, yeah, and I'm sure they are. Like with most stories like this, right? Like stories like Trayvon Martin and Emmett Till. Follow me when I say this, that it's nothing special about those stories. What happened to Trayvon Martin is not peculiarly special. What makes Emmett Till and Trayvon Martin and these stories that buzzing in the news feed special, more or less, is the simple fact that it was caught on camera. Right? They got pushed on the news. Do you know how many Emmett Tills there were? Can you imagine how many boys were mutilated and brutalated and tied to, like, things like what happened to Emmett Till? You would think a natural human being, he just doesn't just do that on the first attempt. This is something that his friends have done this to a nigger boy before. His uncles have tortured a nigger boy before. It's in their culture to do these things. It just was that they got caught. They got caught and they got publicized for it. And that is why we look at it and we say, oh, how much of a tragedy it is. When in actuality, it's more or less not just a tragedy, but this is just reality for Black people. This is the reality of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And the more or less that we have that concept, then we can start to identify who our oppressor is. But as long as we just say, oh man, this is just one person, one family, and the whole world raising babies as slaves as 2024, we'll continue to trust the America systems to deal with our orphan children. We'll continue to trust it. And then who knows, next week maybe we'll find another Shanti house. Maybe the week after that we'll find another. or maybe we don't ever find them, and they just get unalived, and we find their remains, and then that'd be some other story. Kyle, I'm gonna come to you, man, but let's read a couple of these comments from the people. Let's see what they're talking about, and Kyle, I'm gonna come get your thoughts on it. So the first comment, right, which is from XOXO Rocky, she said, "Why would they even allow black children to live with a white couple in West Virginia of all places? Anyway, the system sucks, and the caseworker needs to be investigated too." Okay. JJ Wife08 says, and people claim racism is over. Virgo and Virtuous 23 said they should have no bond. They should be considered flight risk. This is insane. And not knowing how many years this has been happening. Him over there, so their caseworker needs to be fired. Man, there's some antebellum shit. This crazy. All right. I'm gonna stop there. I like the first two comments. But Akazamar, I'm gonna pass the torch to you, brother. What is your thoughts overall with the story?
Man, good night. For one, of course, you could thank Martin Luther King for all this. You know what I'm saying? For integrating us with these people. In order for this to happen. Like, he's the foundation of all this. And then, like, these things usually happen more than people think. A lot of white people like to adopt black kids. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, and they really brainwashing these black children when they get them. Well, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. It might look like you know what I'm saying, a nice white lady, a white man couple. You know what I'm saying, taking care of black kids. You know what I'm saying? They see it on the outside. They don't know they behind the doors actually brainwashing these children. And another thing, you know, if you ever seen on the show Atlanta, the one with Donald Glover, what's his name, Childish Gambino, on one of the episodes, it was a true story of where it was a white woman that adopted a black kid. It was actually a lesbian couple. You know, slack it. Hopefully you don't get thrown off. But it was a lesbian couple. They had a black child, and it's true that she had them on a bus, not a bus, a van, like a minivan, and was trying to run them off the bridge inside into a river. That was a true story, and they put it on the show. I thought it was just, you know what I'm saying, a comic. You know what I'm saying? But it was real. It was a true story. That's all I had.
Nah, you bring a heavy point, like as far as how these white people are taking these children and raising them up. And it's almost like, to me, it's almost like a fetish. Understand? Like, why do you want to raise a black child for when you're not black? It's almost like a lion wanting to raise a gazelle or raise a deer.
Okay.
And it doesn't make sense. And I'll tell you one thing, and then Juan, we're gonna come to you, get your thoughts. But I had just sat in on a town hall meeting out here in East Carolina, and what they were trying to figure out, they invited us to come and be a part of the meeting. And so we went out there. But what they was trying to figure out is how do they stop the basically like the troublemakers in the school system? Like, what can the school system do? And I remember this Mexican boy, you know, he pretty much said that there's only but so much that the school system could do, and that really it started at home with the parents. And when he said that, you know, I heard him on that, and it made sense about what he was saying, because at school, obviously you can't, like he said, you can't do but so much. But as I looked around that room, I realized that the problem, or the children who had the problem, were children of Israelite descent, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. These are the children that they're trying to fix. But the people who was in charge of fixing them were white. They're all white people.
God.
They are so they're so disconnected with why black children even behave how they behave. So much and so that after I spoke to a couple people, and after we was finished, this white woman ran up to me And she asked me, well, what was your schooling experience like? Well, what made you you? And how did you do this, that, and the third? And the fact that that woman had to come and ask me let me knew that you should never be in position of raising my children. You should never be in that position, because no matter what kind of song you put behind the video, no matter what kind of image you try to portray, a lion cannot raise a gazelle to survive in the lion's habitat. That gazelle, no matter how much that lion may love that gazelle. That lion may love that gazelle and think that that gazelle is her cub and may raise that gazelle up. But guess what? That gazelle gonna have to run away from other lions, because now, and what you've done is you've gotten that gazelle killed, because now that gazelle is gonna get raised thinking that it's a lion like you, and it's gonna run up to a lion, and that lion is gonna eat that gazelle. That's what you're doing to our children. You're raising our children up to be something that they're not, and you're doing a terrible job. And so when the sisters made the comment that said, why would they even give black babies to a white couple in West Virginia? I feel like that point is heavy. Why would you give black children over to white people when white people have no experience or no knowledge to how to raise black children?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. And it's twofold. This isn't even a white versus black thing. Why would you give Chinese babies to a black person? Don't give me no Chinese baby. I don't know nothing about Chinese. I don't know their language. I don't know their culture. I don't know their fighting style. I don't know what they like to eat. I barely know how to use chopsticks. I don't know what kind of music they listen to. I don't know nothing about being Chinese. So how disingenuous would it be for me to raise a Chinese baby but give him nothing but nigga culture? That's disingenuous. Because now when he grows up, and naturally he may want to find a woman, and if he is any more genuine than I am, then he may want to find a woman who's Chinese like him. Now the Chinese woman gonna go to him and say, "Ni hao kai lan, ni hao chi chong chi hua," and he gonna say, "Oh, what's up, bitch?" Now he ain't gonna get no Chinese women. He ain't gonna be able to get no Chinese women. He ain't gonna get no Chinese play because he was raised by a nigga in a culture that he doesn't belong to.
That's right.
He shouldn't do that.
That's
that
right.
Chinese baby should be raised as a Chinese baby so he can be a Chinese man, get a Chinese woman, work a Chinese job, celebrate Chinese holidays, and live a Chinese life. But they want these babies to be white so bad.
And so Salakia, you check this out. You know, that's a heavy point, but all y'all brothers bring it out.
So they like white.
I mean, this is a beast. This is a beast that we are under. This so-called white man and woman is a beast, you know. And they think that a lot of them think that if we can look, they want to keep their kingdom. They want to keep their kingdom in peace and harmony with no, like you got some of them that want to keep, and they want to keep their foot on our neck and keep us down and keep us being Bojangles. And you know what I'm saying? Keep just being, as long as you being a slave and you know that what they are master, then that's what they're trying to create. So that's what they figure. They're going to adopt these black kids and they're going to change these black kids. They're going to make these black kids say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Really serve the white man. Really serve them. Really be understanding they have a place. And they teach them that, hey, everybody's got a place. Your place is serving us. You know, so and in so many crazy ways, they destroy these black kids' minds. And so they come up believing that they're inferior to the other race, to the white race. You know, they're inferior to them and inferior to everybody else. You know, so these kids grow up already, I'm thinking like a slave, always thinking like they below everybody else. You know, so and it's a crazy way that they destroy us, you know, like that, you know, and just keep on. And then you got some of them that just some of them going to do what we just read about. They're going to take them and make them slaves and treat them bad and just really just ultimately just kill them. You know, just drive them off a road into the water and something like that. Do something evil to them. You know. So this is, man, like I was saying before, that hey, this is time that blacks, Hispanics, and Indians, we really got to turn to the Most High, because that's our only deliverance. You know, because right now it's open season on us. Open season. You got people. They're adopting our babies. Come on, they're adopting our babies. You know what I'm saying? And look, the system will gladly give little black kids to white people. To a white couple, you know what I'm saying? And then you have so many liberals. The liberals will not adopt. The liberals will not adopt a black kid. The white liberals will not adopt a black kid. You know, but you have them evil ones that want to adopt them and do something to them, like we read this other story we read. You know, where they take them and starve them and make them a slave and do that type of stuff. You got ones doing that to us. You know, you got so much evil that's happening to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and we don't even know it. Right. We don't even know it. We don't even know it. And the system is just, come on, of course, they're going to turn a blind eye to it. They're going to turn a blind eye to it. They don't want to help them, man. You're going to help a Negro. Ain't going to help our kids. You know, you see what they done to the Israelites, the so-called Mexican kids, and still doing to them. I mean, come on. You know? So, man, we are under a beast, and this is our duty in the ICBK, is to waking our people up.
That's right.
Waking our people up. You know what I'm saying? We have this show right here, the chain breakers. We breaking that chain that's on your brain. You know, keep on thinking we're going to be good. We're going to be good Negroes. We're going to serve. We're going to live together in peace and harmony with the oppressor. You can't. You can't. The Bible says he has a perpetual hatred for us, you know, for the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to end. It's going to keep on going, you know. So this is our job, to wake you up, you know, wake our blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people up and bring them back to the Most High and serve the Most High righteously, not like in the Christian church where you don't serve, you know.
Right.
How you, brother?
Yeah, damn right, Cap. Well said. Like this oppressor is a beast, man. And that's why I use the example of the lion and the gazelle. He's the lion. We're the gazelle. And he's raising us in this false reality. Like, man, you got to know, gazelle, I think, how quick do gazelles start to run when they're first born? Isn't it like some asinine number? Like, they run within the first 3 minutes or something like that. And that's because they have to. They have to run because there's lions that's trying to unalive them. No sweat. Hawan. Now, I know you love white people and everything, but how do you feel?
Good, man. Like it. It's crazy. I would say to this right here, you know, even looking at this story of being this 2024, it's very, you know, crazy. And then, you know, I got a precept for that as well. But in Ecclesiastes 12:10, never trust thine enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You know, it started really, that article right there is heavy because it's like, that starts off with our people trusting the enemy. And so things like that can happen, you know. Of course, you know, the ISUPK, of course, we fixing that in our community today because that's, you know, that's straight wickedness, honestly.
God, no, that's heavy, and that scripture is heavy. That scripture is very heavy, man, because, you know, with this trust, with this love, and really I blame the Christian church. With that love, it allows for these things to happen. Like this to continue to happen as long as we continue to believe that there are good white people.
And Salakia, young monk, I'm gonna cut you off. But look, check that. What the scriptures the brothers just pulled, that scripture is non-existent in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? That's like, they don't even know. And you go to a Christian church, they won't even know that's in the Bible. You go to a black Christian church and they don't even know that precept is in the Bible.
Not at all. Yeah, they're not going to teach that in Oklahoma.
Not at all.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna teach that.
That ain't gonna get brought up. Yeah, man. But this is a heavy story, man. So their court date is set for September. It's set for September. Bear with me. I just seen it. September 9th. Right? They'll go to trial on September 9th. Right now, they are locked up in jail in West Virginia. And I'm hoping that those children are given to black families. You understand? And not given to any more oppressors. Hopefully they've learned their lesson. More than likely they haven't. And they'll find some other oppressor to get a few years of free labor out of them.
Yeah,
man, get out of here. You damn fruit flies. But
hey, Salaki, that was West Virginia, right?
Con.
West Virginia, yeah, because I remember coming back from somewhere, and we was riding through West Virginia in the mountains and stuff like that. And we came up on like a gas station. It was up in the mountains and stuff like that. And man, you talking about had some hillbillies in there. Goddamn, like it's off a movie or something, you know?
West Virginia, that's one of those, like even West Virginia, like the university, that's one of them schools that to this day, I don't understand how like black kids go there to play football. That was one of them schools where West Virginia is racist as hell. Like the stories that I be hearing from out that area, you give me a full ride scholarship. I ain't putting on that blue and yellow. I'm sorry, I'm gone. I'm not going over there. You understand? Because nonetheless, right? Moving on. Okay, we might have Tabawan jumping in real quick in like 15-20. So with that being said, I was gonna go into one story. I want to say the other one for Tabawan. What should we do? I tell you what, let's go into there was a story, right? There was a sister who online on Instagram, shout out to the sister Sienna, she sent this to me. She had made a post basically asking her followers on Instagram, see all of you watching this, I might need a little bit more information to break this down correctly, right? You may need to call me and just explain it through the phone or something, but I'm gonna try to explain it. So basically she made a post saying, should a man submit to his wife, right? And so now off the rip, you know what I would say to that, right? You know what I would say, but I think that there's some context to this question that I don't fully understand, and I really want to go into this. I know Akaz, you ready to blaze, right? You like, hell yeah, you're gonna submit, queen. But I need a little bit more. I want to go into the story, but I might need a little bit more to be able to go into that. But off the general statement, right? We could dive into that. As a man, right? Should a man submit to his wife? Yes or no? Anybody can answer. I'll leave the floor open.
Hold on, your Mark. Say that again.
As a man,
I was kind of distracted. And my rib was right there. Trying to distract me, you know. But go ahead, say that again.
No sweat out of one. But the question is basically, should a man submit to his wife? Yes or no?
Submit. Now, what kind of submitting are you talking about?
Yeah, what's the definition of submit?
Yeah, what kind of submitting are you talking about? Come on.
That's why I said we might need some more context. She's in the class, so she said the question was men want their women to submit to them, but are men submitting to their women? So that was the question, and so people was responding to the question, giving their piece, saying what they felt or what they believed. And I guess I need some of what they were saying. I think she said that. She said that one brother mentioned, I don't know. She said one nigga was straight up like, "I'll submit to you, queen," or something like that. That nigga was a whole She says, I need more. I need more. See how
Exactly. We need what type of submitting you're talking about.
Well, she calling now. She calling in now. So we're gonna get her take on.
All right. We want to know what type of submitting.
Hey, it's my little crowd. I got you on speakerphone. The Chainbreakers podcast can hear you. So you calling to break it down, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right, they can hear you. You on the air. You live on the air with the Chainbreakers podcast. What you got going?
Shalom, everybody. Okay, so the question was, men want their woman to submit to them, but are men submitting back to their woman?
Oh, so hold that point. Can y'all hear her clearly?
I can hear her. I can
Okay.
hear her.
So that was the question. So what were some of the responses that you were getting after posting that question?
Okay, so one of them was, of course, I'm going to submit to her. I've probably been pressing her for years, so of course I'm going to submit. And then someone else said, I'm not sure what submitting to your woman looks like, honestly. Then someone else says, some do. And then someone else said, men submit to their woman once he finds his rib.
Okay. Okay, y'all heard that? Y'all got any questions for her? I got my answer. I know what I was saying.
That's why I was saying what type of submitting. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's like you gotta, as a couple, you gotta work things out. You gotta work things out. And it's like, you give and you take. In a marriage, you give and you take.
Select.
And it's so it's like, that's like you gotta break it down a little bit more.
Hey, it's like a cat.
Go ahead.
The reason I'm kind of confused, but I'm laughing at the same time is because it's like I don't think that's the right word. Like if you use submit, that's almost like that's a position of authority.
Yeah.
Good point. Hey, I got the definition.
Hey, you're right, brother. I'm coming just like that. I'm thinking just like that. That's what I'm saying. What do is you gonna rule over me? No.
Let's break it down. Let's first get the definition.
Yeah.
Like the definition of submit is to accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person.
Yeah. So really, that's not good to say the husband submit to the woman because she's not in the authority over me.
So you know what I'm gonna say. Like there are certain terminologies that as a man, you should just stop being gay. You understand? Like it's just gay to say.
Yeah.
Like if you would say, I submit to my woman, you're gay. That's just, you're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you break it down, again, submitting is giving your power to your woman. When there is in no case ever where a man should submit his authority over to his wife.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Yeah.
Because the Bible says so. The Bible says that a woman should not usurp authority over her husband.
That's it.
You understand? So now we can still unpack it though. Mike Shaw said submitting is cuckery. But we can still unpack it, right? Because I don't think a lot of people understand. I think that when you ask questions like this, I think men generally just trying to get the box, so they just say yeah to anything.
Exactly.
Yeah to anything. Who gonna pay my bills? I'll pay your bills, queen. I'll pay your bill. The whole time he can't even pay his bills. He'll just say anything just to get the box. You understand? But when it comes to the submitting thing, right? Obviously, I think that we all agree as far as yielding your authority, as far as your woman telling you to not go to class today because she wants you to stay home, or to not go to camp because she ain't seen you in 2 days, and so she needs you to stay home and spend time with her. Of course, no man better ever say, "Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna call Cap.
That's right.
Give me the perfectly timed cough." That's when brother get on the phone, Cap. They Shalom, you're about Salaki. But Cap already know what you're doing. Cap know you're not sick. Cap know you want to stay home with that woman. Cap gonna say, no sweat, Doc. Just stay in bed, Doc. No sweat. Stay home, Doc. And you're gonna be on Instagram. You're gonna be on Facebook Live at some dinner reservation with your wife.
Good.
Don't ever do that, man. Like the Bible speaks against that. Right, I'm paraphrasing a lot of these things, but these, if you want the scriptures, you can always get them. But the Bible also says to not give your power over to a woman, because that is what has destroyed kings. Right?
Exactly.
So these are lessons that we have to learn, because a woman has the power to literally destroy empire. One of the greatest battles of all time is that of Athens versus Troy, if I'm not mistaken. Troy versus the Athenians. And the Trojans and the Athenians fought each other over what? Over a woman. You understand? Because we allowed her power to reign supreme. She wanted to be a whore, and some simpleton idiot decided to engage in her whoredom, and then got his whole Troy just destroyed because of that woman. That is stupidity. Men, you have to be a little bit more stronger than that. But now, what are we talking about now, Sienna? After hearing what we just said, is there another sense of submitting? Is there another, like, I guess, definition or route that maybe some of the people were thinking about, or is that more or less what they were thinking about? Just a woman saying to do something, and the man saying, "Oh, because this is my wife now, I'm going to do it just because it's my wife."
I think it go both ways, honestly. Like, me personally, I just think that it's different forms. Like, I don't know.
No, well, not your personal opinion. I'm asking, as far as when you ask the question, does a man submit to his wife? Is the question solely about a man yielding his authority to his wife, or is there some other definition or scenario that maybe we're missing?
Yeah.
I think that was it, honestly.
Oh, well, then that's an easy answer. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. No man should ever submit to his wife. No woman should ever want their husband to submit to them.
It's like you wanted, Salaki, it's like you maybe wanted to use another word.
So like
submit, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, as a couple, as a marriage, in a marriage, you're gonna definitely have to work things out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like y'all may have a decision, she want to do this and he want to do that, or maybe you have a decision about the kids, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna work things out. But, you know, far as like, we shouldn't use the word submitting, you know, because we just gave you the definition. That's like yielding power, you know. You know, so it's like, you know, so we shouldn't use like submitting, you know, but you're gonna definitely like work things out in a marriage and stuff like that, you know, but it's not like submitting power. I'm gonna submit to my wife, you know, a brother shouldn't do that.
Con. And if I could, Hawan, I'm gonna come to you right here in a second. But if I could too, I think that a lot of times with topics like this, women have such a not a matriarchal, what's the monarch? They have a monarchy ideology of how relationships are. So they believe that if a man is not submitting, then that automatically endows a woman to pretty much be like a slave. Right now, she's a slave under a man. She has no say, so she can't say anything. Everything that she says is going to be wrong, and she has to do everything that the man says, and she's pretty much a slave. When in actuality, you understand, that is... Hold on one second. In actuality, that's not the case here, right? Like when you marry a woman, I would pray that you didn't choose to marry an idiot, right? So you may have a woman who has certain skill sets. She may be smart with credit. She may be smart when it comes to finances. She may be smart when it comes to real estate or things like that. And as a husband, you would be wise to listen to your wife. You understand? As a partner, as a helpmate, when there's a decision based off of what credit card you should get to build your credit. And now say you a man, you may not know as much about building credit, but she may be a professional. at building credit. If she says go with card A instead of card B, you should listen to her reasoning. You should let her speak, let her give her reasoning, and then taking it into consideration. But now, as a woman, you should always be prepared to follow whatever decision that man makes. Now, some of the men that you with are just stupid. That's just the bottom line. Some of you sisters, you got stupid husbands, and they're stupid, and you'll tell them to go with credit card A because this, that, and the third, and they'll think that credit card B is just the thing to go with because they're more familiar with the name or something like that. That's just how it is. And sometimes that's just how men are. But you have to stand by that decision. You got to stand by that man. You understand? But brothers, it would do good for you to be a little bit more wiser to listen to your woman. Some of you got very wise wives. A lot of you may not know this, right? But the 501c3 that was created, the Israelite School of UPK, it was created by a woman. A woman did that for us. It wasn't a brother. So there are women behind every strong man. There are strong women who are not on a front scene, who was in the background getting these things done. And so you married that woman. I'm sure you didn't marry an idiot. You should listen to her. You should compromise with her. You should work things out. But after working things out, then that woman, she has to submit to her husband. She submits to you, and she bows her neck to her Lord and follows whatever it is that he says to do. But a man, you should never, ever, ever bow your neck to your woman.
That's right.
You do that, then just stay home. Don't come to camp with me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I yield. Come on, Juan. What you got?
You know what I got a precept for that, man. It's like everything you're saying is so heavy, but even using the scriptures to bring it out even stronger. But I got a precept.
Your man need to be meaning precept book at this point.
All right, so I got the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. I'm gonna read down. I'm gonna finish off at 25, but I'm starting at 22. Verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So that's really just to alliterate that, a woman's job is to submit. In the scripture, it don't say nothing about the man submitting to his wife. It says, love your wives. So,
That's right. That's right. Hey, that's a heavy precept, but you brought out into, and that's a good point that you was making, And that's a lot of times I be telling brothers, what I'm saying, that, that a lot of times you can be a lot, I would say, nicer with the way you do things. Like your rib, she's the weaker vessel. She's the weaker vessel, and she's not a grunt. So you don't have to blow her out every time she got an idea. Like say you listen to her. She can come with some wise ideas, some wise strategies, to help you out in any type of way, So you don't have to blow out like, hey, you the weaker vessel, stay over there. Hey, don't you can't come like that. You know what I'm saying? But you could just go ahead and be cordial.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I remember when I had first was coming into the truth. And I had gotten to this argument, man, with the sister who I was married to back then. And I was chewing her ass out because I thought she was worshiping stars. Like she was looking at the stars, talking about how beautiful they were and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, fucking worshiping stars. All of that. So we get into a council with General Mahayman, man. I remember he told me, he was just like, Yaramat, he was like, you don't have to be so hard. Like, don't be so heavy.
God.
You understand? Like he said, save the heaviness for your enemies. And he promised me, he said, trust me, there are a lot of battles you'll get into about worshiping stars. You don't got to battle your wife. You'll battle niggas on the street about worshiping stars. And lo and behold, like everything he was correct. He was right about that. But what you saying, Cap, just to add to what you were saying, Cap, like that's like being such a hard
hard on for your wife, pause. You understand? Like you so hard on her that you understand. Like she ain't even built for that.
Yeah, exactly.
She ain't ready for all that, man. She like a little princess, man, little cute thing. Until she start acting like she ain't that. Then I'm gonna have to cap. I might have to to go to the
You got to
closet.
Definitely. Yeah.
I told one of my reels one time. You understand? We was arguing. We was having a conversation about arguing, and she said something like, "So what if we got an argument in a public space?" Right, and I said, "Well, if you want to argue, we was talking about being at the mall, at the cafeteria in the mall and whatnot." And she was like, "And what if I stood up and was cursing you out in the mall?" I said, "Bitch, I'm gonna get on the table and I'm gonna blaze on you like we had camp in front of everybody." You try to be a tyrant to me. I'm gonna show you who the tyrant is. I'm gonna get on that table and let everybody know how much of an uncontrollable you are. And then we'll leave after that. But Most High in Christ has never gotten to that point. It probably never will.
Most High in Christ.
But yeah, man, be soft on your wives, man. Don't be too hard on them. You understand? They are learning. They learning about like a lot of things too. I think we all got to understand that, especially in the truth. Like none of us really have even completely woken up to what it is to really be an Israelite. Like to really be like how Christ was, like how they roll. Like we're all still learning every single day how to be more like Christ, how to be more of an Israelite, how to wear garments more better, like how to do everything better to be more and more like Israelites. But your wives are too, and they may not be growing at the same rate as we're growing, but they're growing nonetheless. So I think that's something that we got to take in accountability as well. When we doing this thing, man, it's what we call marriage. I'm waiting on Thabawan, man. I want him to come in here so we can get this. He just texted me. He just said he about to hop on in, right? So we could drag this out for a couple seconds. But was there anybody else or anything else on the submitting? Kaz, you don't gotta get up here and lie, brother.
Don't submit.
Kaz walked through his door like this. But she come to the door like, "Where's my money?"
I'm good. I ain't had nothing else.
All right, Hawan, you had anything?
Sir.
All right, let me see here. Just a couple more topics we can get into. That was a good topic, man. Hey, look, and y'all bring y'all topics to the podcast. When y'all start having these conversations on Instagram, online, and whatnot, bring your topics to the show. We want to know what's going on out there, what y'all are arguing about. And brothers, stop being, simps in the DM. Stop telling girls you're gonna submit to them because you're not.
It's like it.
Yeah, please stop.
It's like it. That remind me of that post that what brother? What was that officer in the car or somebody that said a brother said it was Officer Barzal. He said being in touch with your feminine side.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense to me.
That's what that is.
I'm be honest with you. And I'm not just saying that just to say this. I don't think I got a feminine side. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I got it to even get in touch with it. It don't exist. Anything feminine, I feel like I should get rid of.
Right.
You understand? So I don't know, but that's not doctrine. That's not the gospel. I don't know. I'm just saying that because of myself. That's just me. Be who you want to be, I guess.
Hell no.
Good night.
While he be praying to the Lord, he get to meet his feminine side. Man, but Kaz, you ready for the cookout?
Yeah, man. I'm ready for that cookout, man.
You going? That sound like you wasn't about to go.
Lord allow me.
You one state above Georgia. What you?
I know, but
I'm pretty sure if you started walking right now, you probably make it there on time.
Yeah, man.
It ain't transportation, man.
Hold got you?
I say it ain't the transportation. It's just Lord allow be there. Lord allow.
Juan got you? Brotherhood is a weapon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look, Juan, he done rented a whole Escalade. He driving down, man. It's just him.
Escalade.
Yeah, you gonna ride in style to that cookout. Hey, man, shout out to the Atlanta cookout, man. I had to shout it out. It's going down next week, and I hope to see y'all all there. Get your javelin orders in now. After about the next couple of days, I ain't gonna be able to guarantee that you'll have it for the cookout. You understand? But nonetheless, while we're still waiting on top of one, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the next story, right? Or the next question per se. Which one? Let's jump into the 50-50, man. Let's jump into the 50-50.
Right.
This is a question. Right, let me see something. Let me see something right here. All right, right here. Right, share. Now, this is a picture just to kind of show what we're talking about, right? So this is a picture that says, say no to 50-50 relationships, right? And so basically what a 50-50 relationship is where a man and a woman come together and both men and women share 50% of the living expenses in a relationship. And so this has been a pretty big topic amongst the Black community, especially with the popping balloon gigs that's been going on, and speed dating. It's one of those questions where people are finding themselves asking, do you believe in 50-50? And generally, it's women asking brothers if they believe in it or not, which I ain't gonna get my piece because it sounds like it's religious, right? But I don't even know how you believe in something like that. But nonetheless, they're asking the question, do they believe in it? And so the question is, well, what most women are wanting the answer to be is no. Most women want the answer to be, no, I don't believe in 50-50 relationships. I believe that a man is supposed to be 100%. He's supposed to take care of the bills. He's supposed to take care of all the time out on the play. I wish I had like the little sound button so I could do the dun, 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 dun. We got a motherfucking heavy hitter, man, that's joined us back up in the Chain Breakers podcast. I want y'all to give a round of applause for Sexual Chocolate, everybody, man. Sexual Chocolate. Top one.
Shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, I don't want Lord of Christ. Shalom, Akim.
Everybody, what you said.
What you say, bro?
I said earlier, I was telling everybody about what you said.
About what?
About how you was in New York, you was doing your New Yorker thing, and you pretty much said, fuck everybody on the Chain Brothers podcast because you was a New Yorker thing. Harlem.
Nah, I didn't say that.
You pretty much did. That's pretty much what you said. But you found it in your heart to come back and grace us with your parents. So
I did.
You're the next thing coming from Melchizedek or something like that. Most High Christ, man. We got over $1,000.
Nonetheless,
y'all know who it is, man. He ain't a special guest. He just, he's just who he is. Man.
I'm out of town. I appreciate y'all for holding it down. Shout out, Shalom, Adawan, Lord of Christ, like him, head covered. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, everybody. I'm out of town right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. Back home, so to speak.
Home, okay.
Back home, and my baby pictures are on these. You know what I'm saying? On these walls, like this is where I grew up.
What are you talking about, bro?
What do you mean what I'm talking about, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let us see one of them.
No. I'm not
Why
doing
not,
it.
bro?
There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. But I'm not doing it.
Yeah, just grab one, man. Just show the Chainbreakers podcast, man.
I don't think there's any ones that I'm not embarrassed by. Is the problem?
Black bastard.
No sweat though. But where we at, bro? Where we on?
We ain't in New York, that's for sure. But how's the weather up there? Everything good?
The weather's good. It's hot up here too. But it's just not as hot as it is down there. So most high in Christ for that.
How was y'all summers? Like, do y'all have like heated summers where like people are going to the pool parties and
oh hell yeah. Well, not really pool parties. I mean, like that. Yeah. What's up?
Y'all break the fire hydrants and shit.
Well, you don't break it.
You just twist it open.
You just open it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you don't break it, and then you use like a pause, like a can or something like that, like a cylinder, and you pause. You put it over the part where the water comes out, so you can like spray it around. But that's not people did do pool parties, bro. We got houses out here too, bro. I don't know what you think. Like, bro,
I don't have houses, bro.
We have houses with backyards and pools in them. That is a thing here. So
if you got houses, they made out of cardboard boxes.
Actually, no, they're made out of way better material than y'all be using down there. But that's a topic for another day.
No, bro. Hell no. No sweat.
It's the truth. But yeah, bro, no, same thing. So yeah, there's pool parties, and we have one thing that y'all don't really have. It's like public pools. So it's like a public pool, a city-owned pool. You know what I'm saying? For people to go to. So that's that too, man. But no, it's cool. Well, good to be back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the Lashwan Kadash class tonight, Lord willing, with Officer Hazahab and them brothers up in headquarters. So yeah, that's what it is, man. But appreciate y'all for having me back on my own goddamn show.
Most high in Christ, man. Yeah, man. You on the time constraint, man. Nonetheless, while your time lasts,
yeah,
we got 2 topics left pretty much.
Okay.
We did you missed the topic about should a man submit to his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, Sister Sienna call in, break it down, what was happening on Instagram. Answer to that was pretty much unanimously no.
Okay.
But now we're getting into this topic, man, about this 50-50. I know you've been seeing them balloon pop videos.
Yes.
They go viral. And one of the questions that really pop up a lot is, do you believe in 50-50? Usually a woman asking her brother this question, hoping that he says, no, I don't believe in it. Right? So the question is 50-50 wrong? Is that something that you should do? Or what is this whole thing with 50-50? Or
okay, I hear you. So did anybody speak on it already? You know what I mean?
Nah. You want to go first?
No. I'll wait my turn. Pause like everybody else. So y'all go ahead. Let's get into it. But this is a great topic. So but I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? If Cat want to go first or whoever.
Hey, only thing I got to say on it, 50-50 is after it's a good thing. Or if you're going into a marriage or relationship or whatever. But it's different. Like I would say if it's like you meet. Now look, if we talking about a 50-50 like marriage or just a little relationship you starting with a sister.
So okay.
That's what I'm looking at. It's different between like it's a marriage, y'all, and it's like if you ain't gonna be with that broad for but a week or two.
The spirit behind this question generally, I can't speak for everybody, but generally when a woman asks this question, she wants to know if you're just gonna take care of her or not. That's generally she wants to know if she can go to work and make her own money and then spend yours, or what's it gonna be? That's what the question is, or the spirit behind it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the spirit behind it. You know what I'm saying? But it's if y'all gonna be together, I don't care if it's 70-30. I don't care if it's 70-30. If y'all gonna be together, y'all gonna work together and get
right. That's
Man,
right.
y'all want to get work and get them bills paid and whatever have you, But it's like it's really like it shouldn't like turn into like, man, I got my 50 right here, but you got to come up with your 50.
Right.
If you want it, well, what if he don't? What if she don't have it or he don't have the 50 or his 50 1 month? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to come up with 100.
Right. That's right.
Or you might have to come up with 80. Something like that. So it's like mainly it's like if you're gonna get together, if y'all gonna get together, then y'all gonna really focus on really being together.
That's right.
And working everything out, and y'all be good with it. But if you focus on it 50-50, not 50-50, you gotta ask yourself, what are we really doing here? Are we really in love? Are we really going to do this thing and getting married and whatever and have kids? What the hell are we going to do? Are we going to worry about who got your 50? You got your 50. I got my 50. You know what I'm saying? You better not come with 30. Because I ain't got 70. Come on. Come on. What you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah. Everybody can't be a Kazamar. A Kazamar be dropping that check. If you want a man who don't believe in 50-50, better get the Kazamar, man.
Do not take heed to that.
Nah, Cap, that's a heavy point. I think any idealistic person, any reasonable man will say exactly what you just said, but I have to say that what you said leads into follow-up questions. So I'm gonna note what you said, but we got so many people on the panel. I'm gonna just hold off until a couple more brothers speak, and then maybe we'll dive back into it. I'll just try to remember what you said as far as with the 50-50 with the topic, right? I remember what you said, but Baba, technically to be you, or what you want?
Yeah, I mean, if I could, because you said we got a lot of brothers, so I don't want to take up too much time for nobody. I'm just saying real quick, I agree with Cap. You know what I'm saying? With Cap, you go up. At the end of the day, like, I feel like this is stupid. This is dumb to me. Like, everything I see on the internet is stupid. Everything I see on the internet is dumb. Like, a lot of it, which I understand at the same time, it's for content. Like, that's the point of it. The point of it is that it's supposed to be somewhat controversial to make people do what we're doing, talk about it, chime in on it. But in real life, in the real practical sense, none of this matters. Woman, go find a dude that you like, and that's that. If you don't like dudes who cannot afford to buy you Birkin bags, don't date them. Like, what are we talking about? Do what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to talk about it? Do you think you're gonna try to convince me to become Elon Musk? Like, Officer Maya Shaw said, like, you're gonna, talk me into being Bill Gates? That's not gonna happen. I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying? If you're a brother, a sister, whatever, you make what you make. You might be aspiring to do better or get a better financial situation, but you may not have it yet. Some women might be willing to deal with a man who's not there yet, but has potential. Some women may not. And guess what? At the end of the day, that's on them. If you don't want to do it, then what are we even talking about? But as far as whether it's good or it's bad, the only thing that I'll say is this. If a brother makes enough money to where he doesn't have to do 50-50, and that's how he wants to live his life, more power to him. Let that man take care of his woman. You know what I'm saying? Let that man, hold everything down, pay all the bills. He could do that. That's not a problem at all. But the only bad thing I see, again, is when people try to turn, like Kat was saying, into like some kind of weird, I don't even know how to word it. Like, you more so concerned with the 50-50 than actually being with the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about we just worry about being strong together in a good marriage? And guess what? Yeah, we might be 50-50 today, but guess what? We might still be 50-50 next week. But now our 50-50 is you got $1 million and I got $1 million, because we were so strong together and we pushed each other, you know what I'm saying, to do better things instead of worrying about, well, you got 45.6 and the opposite. Like, come on, bro, what are we doing? It's a lot.
That's a heavy point though. 50-50 today ain't the same as 50-50 tomorrow. Y'all better stay down. That's a heavy talk. I'm gonna add that to the repertoire, Thabo.
Yeah.
Akaz, what you got?
Man, this topic it pretty much lets me know that how enslaved we actually still are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know, like Officer Thabo said, you know what I'm saying? It's a topic for entertainment, but this topic is actually influencing people.
Right.
Like, it's actually making people out here, men and women, actually clash and.
That's right.
Not a woman saying, "Oh, I can't get no man if he ain't making this much." Man, he even got niggas turning to. Sorry, can I say that?
Yeah, you good?
I cuss.
Yeah.
He even got niggas turning to bitches now, talking about some. I can't deal with no broke bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, what is you're a man. Like, what is you about doing, my nigga? Like it's a woman. Like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
like it or not.
That's all.
Take it or leave it.
Go keep going, man.
That's a fact, though. That's a
Yeah.
fact. If I could just real quick, that's such a unmanly thing. Like a cause is so right. Like it's so unmanly. Again, like if you prefer or you want to get in a situation with a woman who got a good financial, setting, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But to be like, I don't want no broke female, like that is, I never heard nothing like that growing up, bro. Like if I go in McDonald's and the girl at the register is bad, I'm gonna worry about how much money she makes because she work at McDonald's. That just seems unmanly to me. But again, to each his own. Salaki.
Hey man, yeah, I get both sides, right? Because I feel like real quick, Hawan, we're gonna come to you. But just on that little point right there, I kind of see both sides, right? Because I think that when we're talking about like the initial attraction to a woman, we're so kind of caught up in an animalistic point of it, to where like the McDonald's girl just may have a big old butt, you understand, in a cute face, but you're not really considering child support. Like you're not really considering her mindset or her financial stability, or she's even smart enough to be in a position to make money. You kind of just thinking like, whatever, I'll take it. We'll roll what we got. You understand? So,
but
you see what I'm getting?
I see what you're getting at. I'm just, but that's why I always say I'm not saying it's good or bad. I guess that's why let me reword it. I'm sorry, and I know Hawan, we got to go to Officer Hawan, but like it's just, I say unmanly. I don't want to insult a brother, so Salakia, who might go after women in that way. So all I'm saying is, growing up, I just never heard dudes think like that. Like if a girl works wherever she works and she's bad, most dudes' mindset is I'm trying to get with her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll send her put her through school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she will get that nursing degree. But right now, all I needed to do is look good and be kind to me and be a good woman. And that's all I need. But I know what you mean when you say you see both sides. But that's all I got, Salaki.
Kind. All right, Hawan, what you got, man? I know you got a precept.
Yep, you already know.
Every time Hawan has spoken, Taiwan, he has had a precept for every single time.
Good night. No sweat, bro. You keep that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that energy, bro. Let's hear the precept.
You better keep that for when we at camp. Whenever we go around in East Carolina and I'm teaching, you better be right there behind me.
Right.
I'm not even going to say, give me the scripture, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say something like, give me all the fake Israelite precepts. And you better have everything.
Damn right.
Load me up.
Let's go.
To this whole 50-50, mantra is like, you think about it, even with the precept I got, it's heavy because it's like, that's America's standpoint, that they want to be 50-50. All the women aim for that. Some men are being effeminate and going towards it. But this, I'm about to bring out this is the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 6.
No, it's heavy or not.
But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. Verse 7. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and shall cleave to his wife. Verse 8. And they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. The scripture is really just saying right there. You think about it, 50-50 is separate. So when now you're in a relationship, you can't be 50-50 if you're supposed to be one flesh. It doesn't work.
Hey, that's right. Musa in Christ.
Okay. I didn't know how he was gonna bring it back home.
Hey, he hit it right on it.
That goes back, that goes back to what Kat was saying though, right? Like it's not really it's we're one. So again, you can chop it up. Like sometimes you, like you said, might need to be 20-80. Sometimes it might be 50-50. Sometimes, a lot of things happen. We, at the end of the day, we in slavery. We in captivity together right now. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? But we got to stay down with one another at the end of the day. So that was an excellent precept.
Nah, that was heavy, man. And again, this is a funny. It's almost hilarious because when I we again bring y'all topics, bring these discussions and this drama to the Chainbreakers podcast. We'll deal with it, but it's hilarious to us because, bro, I will never get in an argument with no woman talking about no damn 50-50. It doesn't even make sense. What do you mean I gotta play 100 of everything? Oh, bro, it doesn't make sense,
right?
But I feel like the problem is this: a lot of you that are in these relationships, you're not even really together.
Right. That's right.
You're not, like, I don't know what this fake, like, I think because you feel like you have sex, that makes y'all together. Y'all are not even a couple. And I feel like that's why things like this will make or break your relationship. But Kat was saying something which I agree with heavy, which is that when you're in a relationship, sometimes it may have to be 50-50. Sometimes it may be 70-30. Sometimes it may be 100%, 0%. Sometimes I may have no money for the bills this month, and you got to pay everything. It may be like that. Who knows? Or vice versa. But that goes into another topic real quick. Should brothers without financial stability be looking for marriage?
Yes.
I'm just posing a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Who wants? I got three yes.
If I could,
Akaz would say no. Akaz was about to say no.
No sweat, Akaz. I just had to say this real quick because I do gotta break out in a moment, but I gotta say this because goes right with what you was just talking about.
Topic, bro. Come on.
I gotta head out, bro. Like I'm linking up with somebody. So,
don't submit, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm doing, y'all. He about to submit.
This guy right here is crazy. Here's the thing. This is cap. Is lies, and I cannot stand disingenuous lies. I cannot stand it. We all niggas in here. We know that when a woman likes a man, he could literally have $0. He could literally not have a bank account, and she will let him use her car. She will let him, sleep on her couch. All kind of things will take place when a woman really likes a dude. You know how many women, and this is the unfortunate part, because this is disgusting in a sin. How many women have a man who makes money, who pays bills, who takes care of things, and then goes and has sex with some dude with no job who plays Call of Duty all day long? This is a common thing that happens all the time. So you cannot tell me or try to convince me that, it's the finances and shit, brother. Listen, at the end of the day, that woman might be the thing that helps get that brother off the couch, might be the thing that pushes him to want better, to want, to want to provide for the woman, or if he has kids, to want to have better for his children, and so on and so forth. But if we keep talking about these finances, that sounds like a robot or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about the money, and that's not human. That's not people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, people are supposed to be together. A man and a woman are supposed to be for each other. Even in their stupid vows, it's not even in the Bible. What's it say? For better or worse, right? That's what it says in their vows. It's fake, but that's what they say. So why are we even talking about if you're 50-50 and if you have the finances? At the end of the day, if we're down for each other, then that's all that matters, bro. Like, 'cause, you know what I mean? Because everything can work itself out from that. You know what I mean? So I just had to just point that out. I cannot stand liars. I hate it.
Bro, we got one more quick, bro. We just gotta get your perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you come back and finish the show.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Go ahead.
The topic is, should older men look to marry younger women? I'll put in perspective. We're not talking about underage women at this point. We're not talking about anything illegal.
Right.
We're talking about, and I had a picture, but for time's sake, I ain't gonna post it. But it was a 44-year-old man who married a 19-year-old woman. Is that right to do, or is that wrong to do, or what is your overall thoughts on it?
It's like the scriptures talk about. I'm paraphrasing, but when Paul said, "All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient." So, is it wrong for a 44-year-old man to marry a 19-year-old woman? Well, my answer to that would be it depends. Like, what is this? Does this woman have a father in her life? How does the father feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Did this man groom her? There's so many questions that go along with it to know whether or not it is wrong or it's not wrong. If she's a grown woman and has made an active decision, she wasn't coerced in any way, her father doesn't have an issue with it, her family doesn't have an issue with it, and this guy is not some kind of, perverted, deviant, fetishizing a young girl, he just likes her or whatever, or, they have, some kind of chemistry, then there's no scripture that says that's, as far as I know, that is unlawful to do. But I will say, from what I've seen, most of the time it's not expedient because it's going to cause problems. The family on one or the other side is going to have an issue. The father usually in a situation like that is probably is often not okay with it. And I don't think that any man, if a woman's father's in her life and he's not, again, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but if a woman's father's in her life, then it's up to him. It's his duty to choose for her, essentially. And if he don't want some 40-year-old man putting his 40-year-old hands on his daughter, he has every right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And no man should go around that or try to sidestep that if that is the case. But just in and of itself, again, it depends. It's not wrong, but it's not automatically right either. You got to look at the context of the situation, is what I would say.
Okay. I will say this. I will, unless Captain you want to, but I will answer on my behalf I'll answer on my behalf, and I'll give the official UPK stance on the matter. But before we get into that, I just wanted to see if any of the other brothers, y'all wanted to speak on it. Anybody else? I'll leave the floor. I won't go to each brother if y'all don't want to speak on it.
I mean, as far as like that, you saying 44 and 19, that's a lot of years. That's what, 25 years? Good Lord. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, it will be okay. And that was a good point that Thaba One was bringing up. Everything is lawful, but it's not expedient. Because like a little ways down the road, he's going to be older, and she's going to be younger.
Right.
She's going to be in her prime. She's going to be in her prime in life. She's going to be in the best prime in life she may be. And he's going to be a little bit older. Things might not, I don't know, it can get a little bit hectic.
Right.
So you definitely have to, that'd be something like, I would say, get some counseling on.
Right.
I would say get some real strong counseling on, because it's really, you pushing with, when she's that young, with a woman. And like Jeremiah Hyman always said, the woman is a child, and it's not to be saying something derogatory about the woman, but you know what I'm saying? You got to treat her like that. She's gonna have different type of emotions and stuff down the line. What about when she gets 30? When she gets 30, and stuff like that. When she's just like she didn't learn a whole lot more in her life and dealing with that brother, and stuff like that. It really could, I would say get a lot of counseling before you even think about doing something like that.
Okay.
It definitely can go sideways. You know. Yeah, that's all I had to really say about that. You know, really.
Kaz, Hawan, any one of y'all wanted to stab at it? He said,
I ain't really got no comment on this.
you ain't about to put me on the damn the beheading block. Hell no. Hawan, you kind of fresh out. You want to say something or what?
Like I would say to that, even with Cap said, it's very, it's crazy. That 25-year gap is like something to question, honestly. Personally, that's all I could see from it, honestly. That's all I really got on it, though.
Okay. Interesting perspectives. Mike Shaw said, if I could, I say 10 years should be the max. I don't know about that, only because personally, right, I don't think that is more or less the age gap that's the difference or the problem here, right? Because of course, like I think I typed in the chat, but a 30-year-old woman could date a 46-year-old man, no problem, right? That's 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the problem here would more or less be, for me personally, is that when you're taking a 44-year-old man and putting him with a 19-year-old woman, it could get looked at as if that woman hasn't had enough time to mature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine she's 18. Like, imagine she just turned 18 yesterday. That means 2 days ago, this girl was she was 17. She was a minor 2 days ago, and you ready to marry her. So in that regard, it'll be weird. However, I'll give the UPK stance on it officially. 2 parts. One, if we're talking about the truth, if we're talking about a man and a woman in the truth, and a woman being 19 and a man being 44 and wanting to court each other, typically without a father being present, then the priest in the school become the father of that daughter, and typically the school would find somebody younger to marry that daughter. We would find somebody that's a little bit closer to her age to marry her. You understand? That's just typically in the school how we do things. However, it is not unlawful. But now, when we're dealing with the world, which is where this question is coming from, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if there is something wrong with it, then you should have a problem with America's laws.
Right.
It teaches you that it's okay. America says that it's okay for a 16-year-old to marry whatever the age restrictions are according to America. Those are America's guidelines.
That's
Anything other than that is going to be gray area. It's your personal preference. But can you go to jail for doing it? No, you can't do it. The other thing I would like to unpack is this. Men are typically overly sexualized by the world. And here's what I mean. Whenever a younger woman is going to be with an older man, we always, you subconsciously do it. You always think predator. You always think grooming. You always think rapist. No one ever thinks maybe that brother just wants a young woman. Maybe he just wants to feel validated in having a younger woman. Maybe he's flattered that younger women like him.
Right.
And he's going to do it. No one ever, and when I'm talking, I'm just talking here. I'm not giving how I feel about the matter. I wouldn't date a 19-year-old at 44 years old, right? But the world sexualizes men wanting younger women. The problem is this: you never sexualize women doing it.
Right.
Great Banks is on record, 40-something years old, sleeping with 18-year-olds, getting them pregnant, having babies by them, and destroying these young boys' lives. But whenever it is a woman who wants younger men, what does she get called? She gets called a MILF. She gets called a cougar. She gets called a sugar mama. It's so objectified. How many of y'all remember Marquise Houston?
Marcus Houston.
Marcus Houston, he got vilified.
He did.
Because he was 41 years old and he married a then at the time 22-year-old wife, Maya Dickey. And he got vilified and ridiculed.
He did. Still does.
Still does to this day. Why?
because men are overly sexualized. Again, I'm just trying to get you to see the bullshit in your ways.
That's right.
Because
If I could.
come on.
No, Salaki. No, finish your point, Yarma.
No, I was simply going to say because let the roles have been switched. Let it be a 41-year-old Brandy who marries a 22-year-old Yarmak. No one would say nothing.
Nope.
You wouldn't say, oh, Brandy is grooming that young boy. You wouldn't say nothing like that. And then on top of that, you also say that women mature faster.
That's right.
So would a 19-year-old woman be more ready for a 41-year-old man rather than a 19-year-old boy being ready for a 41-year-old woman? If women mature faster?
I bet you the 41-year-old don't got to go 50-50.
I bet you don't. Yeah, I bet you that too. I'm just listen. These are again before y'all try to vilify me. I'm not dating a 19-year-old at 41. I'm not saying that it's okay. All I'm saying is that we have to be more genuine about these conversations. Because when women do it, they get called cougars. They get called milfs. But when men do it, they're predators all of a sudden. Come on, Thawan. What's
No, real quick, because I got to head out. But brother, what you said is so heavy, and I think that's the thing. It's like, and that's why I see why you keep being like, don't think I'm saying it. I know why you're saying that because in this day and age, it's really like so like prevalent, and people get really upset about it. And I think really that comes from a lot of trauma. I think a lot of women have a lot of trauma from being abused when they were young, being manipulated by older men when they were young and becoming women. So now it's automatic. We look at it like, oh no, he's nasty. Oh, he's a pervert. Oh, he's a predator, and so on. But like you said, it don't even make sense. How does it add up? Like the legal age of consent. First of all, in like half of these states, the legal age of consent is 16, which you pointed out, Yarmak. But let's just say the federal legal age is 18. Then why did everybody get mad at Boosie, Boosie's like 43? And when he said he had a crush on Chloe Bailey, who's 25 years old, they called him a dirty old man. And went in on him. And that's only like a 15 age gap, something like that, 15, 16 year age gap. And they went in on Boosie for that because there's this imagery, like you said, it's over sexualization of men, like, oh, we're just these nasty, drooling animals, you know what I'm saying, that's ready to devour people's daughters. You know what I'm saying? When that may not be the case. I know there are cases like that, but that's not always the case. And the last thing I'm gonna say too, is to show the hypocrisy of America and the hypocrisy of people that makes me angry. A lot of the same people that will go on the internet and talk about age gaps and call Boosie nasty and he's a pervert and talk about Marcus Houston and some will talk about Drea and all this stuff. These are the same people that when nobody's looking, they go home and watch all the nasty pornography that they can find. And guess what is happening in that pornography? You'll have women that turned 18 last week.
That's the whole point of the show. The whole point of the film would be just turned 18 yesterday.
Just turned 18 yesterday. Here's my ID. I'm fresh. You know what I mean? How many nasty porn titles say things like barely legal and things like that? And America eats it up. That's all well and good. Everyone's fine with that. Everyone says let's go to support sex workers and let's not vilify them. You know what I mean? These are women who they're strong and they're able to think and they can make decisions for themselves. Well, if they can make decisions for themselves, if they want to be with a 41-year-old dude, why all of a sudden now they're not making decisions?
You never see them publicizing a man turning 18 though.
Right.
Not to say you're watching porn, but let's just be genuine here.
Right.
Be realistic. You never see anybody you never see nothing about a man saying, I just turned 18. I'm hot and ready.
Right.
I'm ready to have sex on camera.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You turn 18 to have sex with a 100-year-old woman. Nobody would give a damn.
Right.
Nobody
would care, and that's the hypocrisy of America. So, like you said, y'all, like if you're gonna be mad at somebody, be mad at your American politicians. Don't be mad at Marcus Houston. Don't be mad at Boosie. Don't be mad at the brother who's 40 and married a 19-year-old. Be mad at, you know what I'm saying, your laws. I'm in New York State right now. I've known this since I was in high school. The legal age limit in New York has been 17 my whole life. So right now, a 40-year-old dude can legally have sex and marry a 17-year-old girl. It's been like that my whole life. So who are you mad at? You know what I'm saying? Who's the problem here? And if you love America so much, then something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But yeah, but Salakia, Akil, I hate to have to, leave y'all in the middle of the show. But you know what I mean? I gotta go make these moves, you know what I'm saying? Get ready, gotta go to class tonight and everything. But the water, y'all mock, you know what I'm saying, for letting me just come and speak a little bit and appreciate all y'all for holding it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Chainbreakers Podcast. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Lord in Christ.
Lord in Christ.
Get your ass up out of here. Hold on. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Hey, this is a crazy topic though, man, because men definitely get vilified for it. But women, man, when it should be both ways. It should go both ways, man. And again, I think the way to really resolve this issue is like before these marriages happen, especially when they kind of gray area ish where it's like the age gap and all that kind of stuff. You need a father in your life. You need a father in your life to be able to say, yeah, my daughter is 22 years old, but she needs to be with a 40-plus-year-old man. She needs to be with him because I know my daughter. Or she doesn't need to be with no 40-plus-year-old man. Or whatever it is, let the father help you decide whether that marriage is sustainable or not going to be sustainable, and then go with that. If you're not in the truth, I mean, if you don't have a father, then it's come to General Mahaiman. General Mahaiman will tell you if you should marry that woman or if that woman should marry that man or whatever. Just let General Mahaiman choose for you if you're unsure. Again, that's more the UPK stance. Now, my stance on it, as opinionated as a man, that's just something I necessarily wouldn't do. But I do have to say, I understand hypocrisy because even though I wouldn't probably sleep with a 19-year-old woman at 41 years old, you best know for sure I'd beat the brakes off a 41-year-old woman as a 19-year-old man. I would damn sure do that. And so there's a double standard here.
God.
So am I? Come on, like what is it? So man, that's a heavy topic, man. That's a crazy question. Somebody said something about Honcho. I did see this.
Yeah, that is.
Akaz, you know about that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know too much about the relationship, but I know Keisha Cole's in her 40s, right? And Honcho's a young man, 21, 22.
They try to say something about it, but generally, it's not much. Nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody cares. Like a brother. I mean, Cap, you grew up in a time where like the superstars was coming up like really, really young. Like they was like 13-year-old superstars and 14-year-old R&B artists and things like that. I'm pretty sure back then, like they was getting. I've even heard stories like even Bow Wow, right? Bow Wow, 14, 15 years old, and he having sex. You understand? With 28-year-old women, 30-year-old women at 14, 15.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody really cares about the man in that aspect. Even with rape and abuse, it's almost like when a woman is abused, the whole earth stops to cry and mourn for her, and they take it seriously. But when a brother may come out and say, and even I'm guilty of this. I'll tell you a story. I'm not going to say the brother's name, so do not ask. Right? But I was talking to a brother, and we were talking, and he randomly, I forgot what we was talking about, but he randomly was just like, yeah, man, I was raped when I was younger. And I was talking, and the other brother was talking, and we kind of just like looking around like, like, did he just say this shit? And nobody said nothing. And then eventually a brother was like, brother, did I hear you correctly? Like, Salakia, brother, like, did you say you was abused? And he was like, no, I was raped when I was younger. And then brother was kind of just like you talking about like, and he's like, oh no, by my aunts. It was women. And then everybody else is like, oh man. Man, we almost thought you actually got raped. See, that's wrong. That's wrong to do. But that's the natural mindset, the natural instinct, because we don't take it serious, because we think, oh, you probably should have enjoyed that. You should have enjoyed being, sexually touched
You know, what you mean she made you suck her titties? Like, you should have liked that as a 14-year-old boy. When, in honesty, that is rape. That is abuse. That is traumatizing to a young kid, whether he's a boy, male or female. But America is so hypocritical that we can't even see that. And it grows into our everyday lives. It grows into our relationships. And now we don't even have a sense anymore from what's right and what's wrong anymore. We so discombobulated because of how we've been raised.
God.
But yeah, hey, that joint messed me up, man. That brother said he got raped. I was like, damn, bro. We like,
yeah,
I had to go unalive somebody or something. Like,
yeah.
damn. But that was crazy. Juan, I see. I don't know if I think you're having some technical difficulties. Say your device is not connected. But would anybody else have anything on the older men thing? We had a little bit left on that 50-50, and then we're gonna probably end it there.
No, not really.
All right, so I know the 50-50, if I'm not mistaken, I think we let Sabawan just go answer, right? And then we went to the next topic. Or did we all speak on the 50-50? I might be mistaken.
Yeah, we spoke on the 50-50, I believe.
I feel like it was something that Sabawan spoke and then we just kind of moved on. I don't know. I might be mistaken. Anyway, man, let me see what time we got. Well, it's already 3:08, so we already at the time. This was a good show, though, man. I think we just go ahead and clip it up there. Brothers and sisters, man, I'm gonna do a quick roll call. That's what we forgot to do. Right. So shout out to young man David out of East Carolina. Shout out to Sister Chelsea out of East Carolina. Sister Sienna, East Carolina. Your Power Knob, East Carolina. Officer Maya Shaw, Sister Sapphire out of Durham, North Carolina. Shout out to, let me see, I said Maya Shaw, Officer Thabawan, of course, he came onto the show. Officer Ayathan out of Fayetteville, Kazakwa Nagcaps Rib, Most High in Crisis. Maya Shaw, I think that's also Maya Shaw there. Officer Akal Sapar out of Virginia, VA. What's going down, brother?
All right.
Most High in Christ. I think that's all we got. We had some on some of the other streaming services, but I can't see our names right now. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in onto the TikTok. We're on TikTok today. Shout out to everybody who tuned in on Instagram. I'm gonna figure out a way to put y'all on the stream, y'all, so that we can get it going like that, and I can read y'all comments and such. But yeah, Shalom, Most High in Christ are called. But other than that, man, this was a good show. Just some announcements. I will be doing javelin. I will be doing a raffle during the Atlanta cookout. I don't know exactly what the raffle is. In case y'all don't know, I don't do my promotions anymore. I got a team for that now, so I don't run them pages. You understand? Shout out to the team over here at Javelin. But we definitely will be doing some raffles for that. So make sure y'all are at the ATL cookout this next weekend coming up, July 4th through July 8th. We're gonna be there live and direct. Come correct. What else we got? Shout out to Captain Nye Doc and all the brothers from Virginia, from DC, from South Carolina, who all assisted us. Yeah, damn right. The brothers came up last Saturday and assisted us for a mission that we did in the Cornwallis projects. We received greatly by the people. We did felony expungement. We did passed out food, gave out information. It was beautiful. Them children, they even came the next that following Tuesday to the school to kick it with us and eat pizza with us. So, you know, shout out to all the brothers who came and helped us out there. We getting ready to do some more work. With that being said, Cap, is anything you want to say before we let up?
Nah, Alam, but just hey man, good show, and you know, make sure y'all pay your tithes. You know, make sure you pay your tithes. You know, the 10% to the priest of the Musa, the ISUPK.
That's right.
That I yield.
All right. So cause is more, and you trying to get a rib so you can pay all her bills, huh? 100%. 100%.
Hey, I'm building the roster, man.
They're gonna be broke. He gonna have a place with himself. He's gonna be paying everybody else.
Nah. Hey. Nah, but shit, man. Hey, the water for having me on to the show, though, man. I enjoyed it, man. It was a good ass show, man. So, and then another thing, you know what I'm saying? We got no affiliation radio, you know, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 o'clock. So, you know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Most High in Christ. Also, shout out to Officer Hawan. We've been having some technical difficulties, but the water for both of you brothers for coming in and helping us out today. Y'all definitely made the show pop. I know the people. Y'all been wondering what I'm drinking. Look, this is homemade, natural remedy, man. And I'm under the weather. I make my own juices and whatnot. Y'all better get with me. I was trying to think of a name. I was going to call it javelin juice, but I figured that wouldn't work. So,
so like a young monk, that's kind of right though. I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what, Gap. Brothers in the truth are childish, man. They childish. They don't give a hell no, I ain't drinking that javelin juice. And I'm gonna be like, my name is Yaramak. It's not Yaramak juice. You understand? Yaramak means the Lord. The javelin is just a weapon. God damn it! It's just a weapon. It's like if my name was Sword. It's just Sword. But
you get javelin drink.
Javelin drink, man. I got to think something. They told me I couldn't even do javelin draws. I was going to do javelin draws. Like, man, we gonna rock out the javelin draw. They said, man, I don't know about that, man, because I can't even say what they said. I'm had to come up with something else. Oh, yeah. We all know what Mike Shaw. What? I don't know. But we are. No, you will not. No, you will not. I promise you that. Hawan, you back on the stage, man. We getting ready to clip it up. Hawan, do you have anything you want to say before we leave?
Hey, of course, the ATL cookout coming up, man.
Hold on, brother. How you gonna say la and then continue? he said, nah, I don't got nothing to say. Just gotta say it. Yeah, I'm messing with you. Come on with it.
But I was saying the ATL coming up next week, man. It's about to be an amazing cookout for real. So that's about it. That's all I got.
Most High in Christ.
All right.
Well, if there's nothing else, man, again, the water to everybody in the chat for rocking out with us. Stay tuned on the Chainbreakers podcast for more news, more events, more breakdowns of what's going on out here in the world. Keep interacting with us, man. Y'all really make the show pop. Without y'all interacting with us, this show is going to be a ghost show. It ain't going to be nothing, man. So we need y'all to interact, call in, bring us the stories. You understand that y'all seen it today. The sister called on the phone and interacted on the show, so you can do it that way as well. But again, without further ado, Lord allow, we'll see you next week. Maybe. I know the cookout will be next week, so maybe not next week. But if not, then the Lord allow, the week after that, we'll be rocking and rolling for episode 78. You understand? So with that, Yahweh Bashimi have a shot, Brock a thumb to all the brothers. Shimmy have a shot to all the sisters. Shalom.